Welcome back. An East London cinema is at the centre of a battle between residents and a church linked to the Victoria Clombier case.
The EMD in Walthamstow has hosted performances by the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, as well as films, and locals want it kept as a cinema. But an evangelical group has bought it and plans to create a place of worship. Nick Scott-Plummer reports.
In its heyday, the EMD Cinema in Walthamstow was a music hall, which played host to stars like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Now it stands neglected, in limbo whilst local campaigners fight plans to turn it into an evangelical church.
We think it should remain as a working cinema, a place of entertainment, and not a place of worship. We think that's an inappropriate use for a building of that type.
The cinema was bought last summer by a group called the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God, whose headquarters is in a converted cinema in Finsbury Park. It hit the headlines 2 years ago at the public inquiry into the death of Victoria Clombier. After it emerged, she was taken to the church 4 times in the last days of her life. On one occasion, a pastor from the church said he thought she was possessed by the devil. Whilst the subsequent Charity Commission report gave the UCKG a clean bill of health, many people remain concerned with the behaviour of the group, in particular the way it raises money from its often poor congregation to pay for the new buildings.
The more this group grows in London, the more controversy there's going to be, and the more calls we are likely to receive from members of the general public expressing concern for loved ones. We've had a few thus far. I think we'll see more in the future.
In a statement, the UCKG said, "We regret the animosity that has arisen surrounding our purchase of the cinema. When we made inquiries, we were not aware it was the last in the borough. But we were aware the council had approved plans for a new multiplex in the town centre. We intend to provide facilities that local residents can fully benefit from."
It's definitely true that the church is a controversial church, but that isn't the issue for us. The issue for us is that we want to keep a cinema in that location. There are plenty of other buildings in the borough they can look at to run their church. They don't have to take the only working cinema that we have.
It's not often that residents and a local authority see eye to eye in a planning dispute. But in this case, the council says they'll do everything in their power to prevent the church's plans. And if the inquiry gives the go-ahead, they'll consider using a compulsory purchase order to force the church to sell up. In Walthamstow, this is Nick Scott-Plummer for London Tonight.
Next tonight, the extraordinary story of a Surrey boy who's having to learn how to eat.